If you can measure it, it's not you. If you can count it, it's not you. If it has a frequency, it's not you. Know yourself and you're free. Are you being yourself, like really being yourself? Or are you being a caricature of someone else? Are you being true to yourself, or are you being true to a persona? Consenting and agreeing to who you really are in every moment is rare, for there are very few beings that operate from their heart. So many of us are walking around in a daze, confused by how we operate, how the world works, what is even going on around us. We are subliminally told to ignore our intuition, what we know in our hearts, and focus instead on our thinking power. When intelligence is based on what you can analyze, what you can figure out, rationalize, do the math for, it ignores the spiritual side of reality, the intuitive knowing, to be able to observe our environment with discernment and have an experience that doesn't need concrete evidence for you to decide whether this person or this environment is not one for you or one you want in your life. Consenting to only that which resonates as true in the heart is recognition of the spiritual side of things. It is the acceptance of our intuitive knowing and how we remain close to ourselves, without the layers of ignorance and the suppressing of the self. Knowing the difference between what is true and what is false, what is real and what is pretend. When we lie to ourselves, if you're sitting here trying to fool yourself, you are perpetuating your own suffering. Suffering is self-perpetuating. Misery loves company. People who are miserable want you to be miserable too. People who are order takers want you to be an order taker. We want to perpetuate our own experience in ourselves and through others when we are living in the critical mind. Why are we so immersed in the false, the pretend, the illusion that you are the physical body and your denial of your spiritual body, leaving it to stand completely dormant? We have actually been choosing to acknowledge that our real self is the temporary, that our physical body here on earth is us, amongst the earth, amongst anything physical that you can touch, that you can smell. We are limited to that physical body. The body that goes to work, the body that comes home, that makes dinner, that goes to sleep, who is born and who dies, and that's all there is. We have been choosing to acknowledge that the real us, the eternal, the spiritual, is not actually us at all. It's not even there at all. The one experiencing and witnessing life and divine messages, spiritual teachings, having deep realizations about their own emotional experience, that's the part that's false. That's fake. There's no scientific evidence to prove that it's real. It's all a hoax because there's no mathematical or logical evidence to support it, only a hunch. I actually took in college this class called Philosophy of Mind, and it was basically the whole premise of the class was, is there a difference between the mind and the soul? Is there truly a difference? And the whole class was there to say no. And I thought that was so bizarre because we're teaching everyone in school, in college, at a University of California, that we don't have a soul. It's just our mind. So don't listen to anything, any of the ancient teachings, the Vedic teachings. That's all just lies. None of that is real. It's all in our mind. I just found that really weird because the whole thing was a philosophy, so it was like based in logic. As a society, we cling to the mathematical and we completely deny the spiritual. I used to go to cocktail parties, art openings, and made this my life's work really because I was doing it all the time. I was standing around with my wine glass in my hand, and everyone that I talked to was looking around to see, like, is there someone more interesting than I could talk to than this girl in front of me? And I was looking around doing the same thing. Is there something I could get something more out of to benefit my art career? And the conversations would really consist of, you've been looking good lately, or like I've been hearing that you've been doing a lot of art, or like I've been hearing so much good things about you, or I heard you had a show. And like it was just like all these yucky conversations of like being critical of the art, being critical of ourselves, being immersed in this really weird, like superficial thing where you just felt like yucky because the conversations were yucky and I was having a hard time connecting with people in the ways that I'm used to being able to. There was something I was missing. I felt like there was something wrong with me, why I was feeling drained and disgusted by these events and these conversations. Maybe I was just being negative. Maybe I was missing something. Maybe I'm just an introvert. Maybe I just need time to recharge before I go to the next one. Instead of being the real of who we are and knowing the difference between what is real and what is pretend, we take on a caricature. Someone who enjoys this kind of discourse, this art criticism, wearing the clothes, being the prestige itself, wearing the shoes that are giving us back problems, excited to take them off for that full body release of that uncomfortable, expensive shoes coming off. At the end of the night, we tell ourselves no pain, no gain, doing it for the illusionary you. The real you will have to wait. We have the ability really to take on whatever caricature that we want and create a false persona around it of whatever we desire. So if we really want to be in a prestigious gallery, we could figure that out. We could make it in the LA gallery world if we choose to. We could play that part, play out the roles, memorize the lines. We could really do it if we wanted to. We would just have to make art that aligns with their themes and be complicit. But then the catch is, we have to advertise that persona and protect it, compete with other people doing the same thing in scarcity always, within the money system, analytics, and we have to keep the false going. It requires genuine energy from our life force to do this too, and it takes away from our spirit. It makes our true selves dormant. We're always in life trying to achieve this or achieve that, and we believe that one day we'll get there. One day it will be great. One day I will have all the money, the infamy, the ability to do what I want, the ability to do the work I really choose to. What are you doing in life now, waiting for that moment? Are you torturing yourself until you have it all? Take a breath. 2 sharp inhales and 1 exhale. I find that helps me because I have a very nervous breath. So 2 sharp inhales and 1 exhale helps me. I go... You're already there. You don't have to achieve anything. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to have ambition even. We tell ourselves, I'm going to be an artist one day, but you cannot become anything. When you become a thing, you become inanimate. When we take all of these concepts, programs, beliefs, ideas, and layer them onto ourselves to become a caricature in order to make ourselves marketable, make ourselves a product, wanted so that you will love me, so that you'll come back to my channel, so that you'll want to be with me, or maybe you'll want my art. We deny who we are in every moment. All these celebrities that we watch, that's not who they really are. That's not them. That's a fake persona that they're selling. They're marketing that persona. That's not really who they are. Politicians, really? That's who we think these people really are. They are actors. When you take yourself back, you drop these caricatures. You are no longer a performer, an entertainer. How far people go into their caricatures, brands. Think about the word brand for a moment. What does brand mean? An identifying mark burned on livestock or slaves with an iron. All of these words, when you look at them for what they really are, what their definition is, they're so nasty. Yet we throw them around like they're human and like they could ever possibly describe who we are and what we are about as human beings. But we only ever do things and wear the clothes that are on brand for us. We are the brand. The brand is us. It takes a lot of courage, though, and strength to truly be ourselves in every moment. That is really what self-honoring is all about. Self-love itself is something we have also been sold, fed through the media. They say to write affirmations that you're beautiful on the mirror. Recite things like, I'm gorgeous, I'm loved, I'm tough, I am woman, a nasty woman. I am everything I have ever, always, and forever wanted. I am that woman. I am her. But no, I don't have to love Jenna, this being with this name. I don't have to love the way that I look, this woman with this body. I don't have to love me. I don't have to love Jenna. I am love. I feel it when I feel it. I give it when I care, when I serve, when I am who I am, when I'm at work. I give it to people, and we are who we are. This is honestly how I found the love of my life. I realized that I was constantly looking for love outside of me, right? But then I realized one night, wait, I am love. I am the one who feels it. It's coming from me. So I don't need anyone to feel that love. I feel it all the time for everyone. And it's all about just finding that person that will love me back. And until then, I'm going to love every walking, living being that I come across or try my best to. And I found him. Like in the next couple weeks, I want to say, like the next month. It was crazy. When we know this and we are this, we drop the caricature, the phony, the fakey, and we are who we are. Our affirmations become true. You don't have to say things that you don't believe or you just feel like they're lies. You don't have to sit in front of the mirror and be like, I think you're just gorgeous. I think your body is banging. Like, you don't have to say that to yourself. You just have to pick out the things that are true in your life. Like, I am love. I radiate love. I give my love to people that are kind. I give my love to everyone. Love is me. I am love. Like, things that are true so that it brings forth our power and it reminds us of all that we are and makes us resonate with the power within, not how beautiful our flesh is or how accomplished we are in the money system. No. Blech. That's disgusting. It's about us and what's true and affirming all of our power that we already hold, not faking it till we make it, or this, what is it called? Like that thing Julia Fox went viral for, she was like, I became famous because I was delusional, and then everyone went on this train of like, I just have to be delusional and then I'll get all the things I want. That doesn't work. I'm sorry, maybe it works for her, or maybe it works for some people, but it does not work for me. I cannot sit here and be delusional about what's going on just so I can push myself and lie to myself to become a caricature, to become a character. Like, I'm not doing that. So much of what we think we really are, like who we really are, is still a pattern. It's the caricature coming up. It's the character, the way we behave, the way we respond to things. This is still mind control. It takes practice to discern what is really you and what's like just your pretend. What's the character, the false? Knowing the difference between the mind control and your inner knowing, that's all what knowing yourself is about, and being yourself. The small voice that is speaking to you in your head right now is not you, because it is thinking and speaking. When you get to the real root of it, you are beyond liberation because you were never captured. You are beyond words. You are incapable of description. If I could describe it to you, I would, but it's so beyond gorgeous and beautiful and lovely that it's impossible to describe with words. It's like, what is the French saying? It's just beyond words. I am still on this journey myself. I am investing in myself by uncovering knowledge surrounding these metaphysical practices. I'm researching Vedic knowledge. I'm not making it a belief system. It's not like I am Hindu or anything or practice any type of religion. I just basically look at the most ancient teachings, which are the Vedic teachings and metaphysics, so that I can have my own realizations in my own life, in my own mind. My realizations may resonate with you, but you are giving your own realizations to what I'm saying in your own experiencing, that you are witnessing yourself. Invest in yourself always, because that is the highest investment, and it is where the sweetness is. It's the one that does it all for you. Seriously, the source of all of your power. Where you know yourself, that is the greatest investment. Whatever it takes, because you liberate yourself from the prison that you have agreed to live in, thinking that you are free, but you're actually not free at all. Not knowing how you operate, how the world works, going through the motions. Free to be a cog in the machine, free to be a character that isn't you, that makes you go home and feel yucky. That's what freedom they are giving you. But when you know yourself, you sit with yourself in who you really are, really are, that's when you liberate yourself. If you can measure it, it's not you. If you can count it, it's not you. If it has a frequency, it's not you. Know yourself and you're free. What do you do with your freedom? Tune in, become a master at it. Life is sweet because you're sweet. You are life. Know yourself and be who you are. Thank you for making it all the way here. If you have liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. Whatever you can give to this channel helps me out because it helps me to continue to do my own research, have time to share it, have time to come to this lovely park with my camera and not feel like a crazy person, and hopefully make this long-term and ever-increasing and a flowing project that helps me with my creativity, hopefully. I also have a shop that you can support me through. I have 3 prints up right now, all of my drawings surrounding the subject of not feeling good enough in our minds, mind controlled underneath it all, a reflection of mind control. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Have a good week. Love you. And how beautiful is it out today? I am so happy that I chose to do this. I was literally sitting down today about to do my usual talking to the camera in my room, and I was like, I feel like I'm suffocating. Like, I need to get outside, and what better subject to talk about myself when I'm immersed in other things, just being themselves and existing and not feeling like they have to grow taller to be trees. They already are trees, no matter how big or small they are. Speaking of trees, last thing. I read this book, this Franklin book, because I work in a kindergarten class, and it was about Franklin plants a tree. I highly recommend that children's book to any adult watching this. Okay, I'm gonna go now because I kind of want to just like hike before the sun goes down, and it's almost like 4 o'clock and the sun sets at 5, so I'm gonna go. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I hope you have a lovely week. I will see you on the next one. Bye.